What up, though? You already know what the time it is, man. It's the Big Wolf, Mr. 2F already. You already know what time it is, dog. We having a great time over here at the Howling Wolf podcast, and we got two guests in here, man, from LoverGirl. Talk. What is it called again?
LoverGirl ENT.
ENT.
LoverGirl ENT. All right, tell us. First of all, introduce yourself and tell us about your podcast and what kind of content y'all make.
Well, my name is Tay Chinky.
I was gonna let you finish introducing yourself.
That was it. It's Tay Chinky. You know, I'm very simple with it.
Well, I am codename Key. For those who are familiar, I am on the Jungle Juice podcast as well, and we started our own podcast called LoverGirl ENT. We talk about love, sex, relationships, everything, and we don't just give it from like a female, like a man, or like a man bashing show. We do a lot of, we're honest about, females are wrong, men are wrong, different ways, different aspects of, how different women look at relationships, sex, and love,
and just giving our own
everything.
examples and what we've learned from our own past relationships. So.
Yeah, a lot of that, and then it's just we're just honest, non-biased, and I feel like that's something that a lot of female podcasts need, because a lot of them, when you watch it, it's just, everybody's like, all men the same. These niggas ain't shit type thing, and it's really not even that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I know I'm an honest person. A lot of people, when I tell people, when I give them my personality on, or my point of view on things, they be like, "You a female? You saying it?" So it's like,
I get. I'm too blunt, and you want to be a nigga. So
and I feel like just
means.
honesty and just talking about shit that don't nobody want to talk about, or the shit they talk about but they don't want to talk about for everyone.
Right? They gonna talk about it in private, not on camera.
That's dope, man. Well, we definitely wanted to have you in, man. First time having you on their podcast, and first time meeting you, Chief. So glad to meet you. We had Key
I'm excited to be
on
here.
the finale, talking about the introduction of y'all podcast. We all was thinking about it and launching it. So I'm glad to have you on the podcast, to have you on, man. I think that's pretty dope, because that is a narrative that's kind of getting boring right now, right? I think relationships is always going to be a narrative of our life, because that's something that we always going to be yearning for, is to share our experience with somebody else, a spouse of somebody, a companion of something, right? Whether it be friendship or anything else.
Situationships,
right?
relationships,
you know what I'm saying?
all that.
Everybody looking for love in their own kind of way, and nobody want to admit it. You know what I'm saying? Through all of our actions. And I do say, through our interactions, even when we don't agree, I've always seen you be honest and open and really take time to think and listen. And I think I'm really interested in seeing y'all perspective on a lot of things. So I wanted to invite y'all on to have a different kind of conversation.
We appreciate you having us.
I appreciate it. Today the topic is toxicity, right? And the reason why I thought of that topic is not just because it's a trigger word, but it's something that everybody calls everybody, right?
It's popular.
Yeah.
It's a popular phrase. So like, I started really thinking about what is toxic behavior, what it means to be toxic, what we use it for, and what we express it when we mean it, and what we are trying to say. Because I do believe, just like slang words like it's lit or it's in the bag, it just becomes a part of our lexicon, and it just becomes a label we stick on anything now.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And I had a similar experience with my child. You feel me? Just to boil it down in a simpler term, he was always complaining about being bullied. Every time he had any kind of altercation with anybody, he would label it as bullying. They said, "Don't let anybody bully you if they're being mean and being bullied."
Instead of
and I was like, "Okay, bullying, is this a conflict, or is this bullying?" Right?
I think that's what it is too.
It's
always somebody picking on me.
Yeah.
And that's easy. Like, you can say somebody's shoes is ugly and they'll consider that bullying. Like, So it's hypersensitivity.
I had to help him understand that sometimes you have conflicts, or sometimes you and your friend might hang out 5 days, but you get mad at each other on Thursday, and then you make up and play together again on Friday.
That's just kid stuff, though. They don't understand it. It's like the end of the world for them.
But you know what? I don't even think it's kid stuff. I think it's everything.
Yeah, I think it's a part of our thought process. It's just amplified to the issues that we have as adults, right? So it's like, we don't have conflict resolution. We don't have the ability to process emotions. So we don't understand that this isn't woe is me, something toxic is happening to me, we can't identify the behaviors that we're going through and we're exhibiting that helps us get through certain things.
I feel like that's because even when we were younger, being in the African American community, you taught to be strong about everything, whether you're a woman or a man.
Right.
So
I do think that's true.
sometimes you taught to just suck it up and deal with it and get over it on your own, or just cry about it to yourself. So it's hard to kind of reverse what we've been taught.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like people get caught in that.
Mm-hmm.
And that creates like a stage where they feel like, oh, well, that's just how I am. And it doesn't have to be like that. Like, you can have progression and you can like change.
Word. I dig it. I feel like it's absolutely growth, right? And that's what I want to speak to. There are negative things that we have to experience in life because that's life. Ups and downs.
Right. It makes you stronger.
We have to learn how to navigate them,
Right.
right? So when we don't go through those processes and we try to avoid them, we cause more damage to ourselves than actually living through them because we never deal with the coping skills that you need to get through it.
Right.
So instead of looking at it, what I want to do is like, instead of that narrative of the problem with men today is, and all these women today is, and all of these guys today is like, that's still negative, even if it's true.
Nobody wants to take accountability.
If you're trying to bring us together by pointing out what women do wrong all the time and what men do wrong all the time,
this is gonna be a big,
you just
picking party. The
going
whole
further and further apart. You feel me?
Digging a bigger hole.
So if we really feel like everything is so toxic, if the word toxic to me means poisonous. That's conveying something that's poisonous. It means that it's something that is nothing about it is good. It is corroded. It can't, you know what I'm saying? Everything it touches, it erodes away in an unnatural way.
Right.
So that's what we expressing when we saying toxic. So if we saying that is what a person's behavior is, that's what that person being is, like what are we really saying? And how do we get away from what is toxic? Is it the behavior of the person? Is it the environment? And how do we get away from it?
Yeah, it's a combination.
I also feel like the word just became trendy.
Just like
some people don't even think about that. Yeah, it just became trendy.
It's that, and then it's like really you find people that are legit toxic, and I think the worst part of it is the people that don't know that they're toxic. They think that it's just like, you know, and I really feel like before the word became toxic, it's really just, you know, people that's just being dirty, like not even like not clean, just dirty, that does things that's just they know they wouldn't want done to them or anybody around their immediate family, their sister or their brother, but they do it anyway and then play victim about it, or just do it just to see your reaction.
So let's start there. Let's define what toxic is to each of you. Just when you hear that and you hear it in like a relationship type of behavior, who are those toxic people? What is that toxic behavior? What do you identify those patterns as?
I feel like for me, it's really anything that's not for me. Like anything that goes against my morals and values, I think is toxic for me. So
I'm happy you put on there for you.
Yeah, it depends on like what you're willing to put up with sometimes. Sometimes girls like the back and forth, the men doing this, having other things so they can go through other things. So, and that's toxic to some people, but it's just, and it's good for those people, but it's just not good for me. It's toxic. So I think for me, it's more so just anything I really don't fuck with. And that's just what it is. Like, yeah.
I feel like toxic is, or being toxic is, it's just like in a relationship standpoint, it's just doing things that you wouldn't want done to yourself. Like, you know, and then or just like brushing it on the rug. If I come to you and tell you like, okay, what you did, if I'm being super communicative, like if I'm communicating and if I'm communicating and I bring this to you and say, well, this bothers me when you do this, this and that, and you just like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Or you know that it bothers me and you continue to do it anyway. And it's not to change. It's not to change a person, like, you know, who you are in general. It's just that you're doing the bad thing. I'm letting you know this bad thing is affecting me and we're together. So, you know what I'm saying? Are you going to improve on it or not? Being toxic is just being like sneaky. I just think when I think of toxic, I think sneaky. I think just like no good. And it's like even with females too. Like a lot of guys, they like girls that bust the window, like the do like
Crazy
be violent
shit.
and stuff like that. And
Right.
I'm not gonna say I've always kept my hands to myself before, but I feel like I've always been provoked by toxic to
be
toxic. And I don't like being around toxic people because when you react a certain way, if you're yelling at me, and I'm gonna say it like once or twice. All right, don't yell at me. I don't like that.
And I want to point out that too. That's an interesting topic. You say like people can make you be toxic if you don't want.
It's contagious.
So it's like either are you toxic is something that you say is contagious, right? So toxicity is something that you can become from being around it. You feel like it can contaminate you.
Yeah,
right?
I feel like negativity drains by nature. Like I cannot do nothing all day, but I could be dealing with your drama. You know what I'm saying? I could just be your listening ear, or just just tune in with your drama.
That's gonna gaslight too.
Yeah, that. But like negativity is like I could be dealing with I could be having a great day and say, Chicky, you can come to me and be like, well, this made me mad and that made me mad and this was a bad day and that was a bad day, and it's not gonna make my good day better. It's just gonna be like, damn, like now
drained your
now
energy.
You drain my positivity battery, and I'd be sleepy
That
as hell
toxic.
and wouldn't do nothing at all. I'm like, why are you so tired?
Transfer energy.
I just talked to
and it's just taking on somebody else's negativity is what I feel like. And then spreading it purposely, like that you're
gonna bring other people down with your
bad news. You know what I'm saying? That's toxic.
You want people to feel like you.
That's
like,
why I feel like it's contagious.
Boom, right there.
Why do you want
Say
people
that
to
one
feel
more
like
time,
exactly.
sis.
You want people to feel like you. Don't do that.
That's dangerous, most thing in the world.
I feel like it's
because
contagious.
it's no
Hurt
longer
people,
about trying to be understood.
Exactly.
It's no longer about trying to communicate or solve the problem. Now I'm solely worried about making you feel like I feel.
Yeah. Exactly.
And that is a dangerous thing, because just because I hurt you, I might not have meant to hurt you. It might not have been my intention, but I still have to acknowledge that I did hurt you.
It's the acknowledgement.
But this is the thing. My acknowledgement don't take the pain away. I still hurt you. And what you did, you still have to heal from, right?
Exactly.
So that pain is there. So once you become that person where I might apologize and do everything right, but the healing process don't mean just because the wound closed on the inside, it's not still healing on the inside, kind of just like having a surgery. So when you start to begin to want people to feel like you do, then that is a very dangerous thing to do. You feel me? So that's where I want to set that pattern. So let me give some game for me. Is toxic to me is once you begin to not be able to process your own emotions to the point where it affects other people around you, where you do things to the detriment of yourself or others around you, when you don't have the ability to communicate in a way that isn't damaging. You know what I'm saying? To me, those are toxic traits. When I see people exhibit it, and I don't truly believe, because I believe the way we use toxic now is as if a person is a villain. Right? Like they are intentionally this malicious person who is doing something to us, but that's still just a projection of how we feel their behavior is to us.
We feel like, why are they doing that to me? Why are they doing that to me? I wouldn't do that to them. And it's just like people have to get that out there.
And it don't mean that, no, people don't have to get that out their head, because sometimes those are very valid feelings, because some very malicious people are out there and do those things, right? But to me, I think we use the word toxic. We didn't just choose that word for any reason. Toxic is something that's very unnatural, that's vile, that radiates, that is contagious, that makes you sick. It spoils the land, so nothing else can grow around it. Like
turn it though, right, and make it a good thing, which is not.
Yeah, well, like
you're toxic, as in like.
They like it, like it turns them on.
Yeah, if you.
I think that's just an admission, just like people like crazy girls and what's bad for them. I don't think that they flipping it. I just think they're admitting.
That's their type. That's what I'm saying. They guys. I think they're
admitting their indulgence in something that is bad.
How are you trying to make something bad seem good? Like
you're
calling it that. And you're okay
they
with
like it. But see, here's the thing: when it comes to certain things, when people like toxic
is
shit,
exciting.
It's exciting. It keeps you on your feet. It keeps you on your feet. Like, oh my God, you'll do this.
Is exciting.
Oh, you'll do this, or I can drive you this crazy. It turns you on because for some reason people feel like that hurt, and I feel like that's deeply rooted into their childhood where toxic shit turns them on. I feel like it's rooted deeply because why if me doing something crazy out of my character, or just crazy in general, why me busting your windows out turn you on? Like, why would you want
think
someone
it came
like
from
that?
You remember when we were younger and a little boy do something to you at school and
What they say,
they probably because they like you.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
little
it's
things like that does
contribute.
contribute, going forward.
And that's wild to me
because
we
little
didn't make
things,
that up.
Because little things can turn into something huge. You never know. You could tell, like, oh, he only hits you because he likes you.
Yeah.
He just wants to.
And now you just think that's how people communicate love.
Yeah.
So boom, it's all a language of love and what people need and what they communicate, right? Yeah. And I think that is mostly based off of the experiences we have. Everybody experiences different things, but we all out here looking for love in a certain way based off of the sum total of all of our life experiences.
Right.
It ain't sometimes even what you like. Sometimes your deepest, darkest fear is that you really fucking like what the fuck you don't want to like. What you fucking the thing that brings you the most painful memories that happened to you in a fucked up way, but it made you come hard and it was the first time it happened to you, and now you do it, and now you hate yourself for liking it. And this motherfuckers out here loving through that lens of life. It's people out here that can't love on a certain level because of the experiences that happen to them in life, right? Yeah. So you can be toxic unintentionally.
Yeah, that's why I say me. I'm one of those people who, you do something toxic to me, I'm gonna warn you once or twice and be like, all right now. Like, I don't like people yelling and raising their voice at me because, one, I like to talk to you calm. When you get to yelling at me, I'm gonna tell you, like, all right now. Me personally, because I'm strong on communication. So if I'm telling you, like, okay, like, I don't like when you yelling at me, and you keep yelling at me, I'm yelling, and now I'm finna take it a step further.
But I think that's normal for any human in an antagonistic environment, right? And we label that as toxic, but like that's not toxic. That's just something that's volatile, right? Because
I'm reactive.
Like gasoline. Because I hate to be a nerd and break it down to the chemicals of the words, but I honestly do think we are communicating something subconsciously when we choose certain words to make certain analogies.
Okay.
And when we break down what those words mean, we break down what we really expressing through the emotion of tagging that word to that emotion.
Okay.
You feel me? So it's a reason why it's a chemical reaction. Things bang, things react. It's unnatural. It hurts. It doesn't feel like it's natural in the flow. It's usually man-made. You feel me? So the fact that the gasoline is not toxic, it's not going to ruin the world, but at the same time, it is flammable. Like natural gas is flammable. That's a chemical reaction that's natural. You feel me? Combustion. It happens naturally when you put something that is flammable near heat. You feel me? So when you bring the heat on to a flammable person and they combust, that's gaslighting to say that wasn't antagonistic and you weren't expecting that reaction because it was going to have a threshold. And everybody has a different burning point, like a chemical,
I know,
right?
Personally, I'm finna start calling myself gasoline and tell you, like, hey, don't bring the heat, goddamn it. Don't bring the motherfucking heat.
That's crazy because I am the heat.
Don't bring the heat, goddamn
I am the heat.
So check it. So when something becomes toxic, it's because its balance is off with between being an acid and a base. So when your balance is off, just like you bitch coochie go bad. If you done ate too much seafood boils that much, because you keep letting these niggas come out and then
you can't be craving them that bad.
You feel me?
No.
Your coochie gonna stink. Your pH balance
gonna be off. Anything you put into your body is a reflection.
It's gonna,
So you gotta balance them chemicals down there. You gotta
get the smell when you eat it so much.
No, that's if you eat it so much. That's like if you eat it every day. Like, you know what I'm saying? But
these hoes is going out with a different nigga for the 50 ball, and they eating it and all that stuff.
Oh, it went up to the 50 ball because I thought they was 40 ball now.
What's 40 ball?
That's what they be talking about all the time. They be like, oh, she gonna do this for the 40 ball.
I'm talking about. Oh no, that's the old pussy price. You gonna catch something you buy pussy for $40 now. That's that Joey Road shit. What I was talking about was about $50 a plate. You feel me? I was talking about hoes usually get you for about $200 now.
Because if I get a boil, it's gonna be because it's every once in a while.
Yeah,
and
I like seafood.
Probably the last boil I got that was really good was probably about $150.
I eat a different.
And I had a lobster, king crab.
Damn, it's a goddamn shame y'all was distracted by seafood that quick.
Because it's so
I'm sorry.
good.
Because I don't eat it that much.
So good.
And I ain't had it in a minute.
I just had one.
Went right to the shrimp bowl. Went right to the head.
Look, I have just made some salmon before I left the house.
That's how they catch them, right in the net. They take y'all the hook and reel. You done got hooked and reeled.
Time out. Fuck that. I want
to
DoorDash that shit because I got to eat it how I want to eat it at home.
Ain't even got to do the Benihana lunch special no more. They get y'all with the hook and reel.
But see, Benihana's not impressive to me.
We going to dinner.
Let's talk about it.
Benihana's evening where you can get caught.
Benihana's is not impressive to me because it's just rice, baby. It's just rice.
If you can make it to Troy, then
it's just rice, baby. Benihana's is not like, you know, certain things. It just don't impress me. You take me Benihana. I take my kids to
It ain't for you then. If Benihana's don't impress you, you not the bitch. I want to take Benihana's because I want bitches that's impressed by Benihana's.
Right.
Because they make certain. So that's where I'm leading us to. So pause.
God damn it.
That's why I was talking about we love through the languages of the experiences that we've had. And when you are an unbalanced person, you can be toxic and not know it in your search for love because you are living through the experiences that you had and you are letting those drive your experiences. So even when you are trying to, I got girl cousins and a lot of problems I see in women is you are avoiding toxicity so much that you still so unbalanced in the way that you are looking for love. You bring a toxic situation to you because you are not bringing the right energy to the playing field. So when I even scroll on dating sites and I see women like, don't come to me if you're not ready for a commitment and monogamy only. I am not in no poly nothing.
That's because they want to feel like they have to put it out there.
That's in your bio. That's crazy.
But look,
they feel like they have to put it out there.
I don't know. Why don't
that
you just feel
living
it,
through your experience. You living through the negative experiences because you're trying to guard them so much from having it again that you are bringing that magnetism into your life and you having those experiences repeatedly because you're gonna reinforce the thought that you create.
I feel like that's true.
And you living in that existence.
I feel like a lot of women also feel like it's not that many good men left out here.
My thing is,
I'm gonna lay it out on the table right then and there.
I think I want to say I have a low level of toxicity. I have a low level of toxicity. One, I'm big on communication. You know what I'm saying? I'm good in a relationship. That's the difference. Level. That's
I'm
the
a
difference.
Big ghoster.
Me, I am okay. So my thing is,
I don't want to talk about it. It happened 2 days ago. You still mad about it? Oh, I'm over it, baby. I don't even know what you're talking about.
My thing is, when something happens that I don't like, or you know what I'm saying, I feel like I created a zero tolerance policy type of thing. So the moment somebody does something I don't like, I get the fuck on, which is so crazy because I'm in a relationship now. And
but do you
know
see
what I'm
how
saying? I've changed
the avoidance
I've changed
is
it.
worse than actually the incident that happens, right?
Yeah.
Because life is about ups and downs in the person that you maintain being through each experience. But if we're always trying to protect ourselves from the experience, you never grow to be the person that you need to be because you're so scared of the pain that the anguish you create inside yourself through anxiety is worse than the actual pain of just fucking getting cheated on. And
I didn't know you read me too well.
Me
like
being
you just read me too well.
And me avoiding so much
but
bullshit,
that's the thing.
I became
isolated
your heart
so hard that you won't be able to find love.
You won't be able to find love.
And I'm so
or give
isolated.
A chance to
it's
it.
weird when I don't know how to explain. I don't be.
It takes some time
around
to
people
even
like
learn.
That. Like I don't want to.
So it takes some time to learn your own personal toxic level. Because I'm not gonna get the word
toxicity. We gonna do that.
I'm not gonna get that word at all. But it takes a level. And see, I learned. You know what I'm saying? Me trying to be in a solid adult relationship. You know what I'm saying? I learned that you can't just walk away or just run or leave. I feel like I am the runaway bride type. Once you piss me off too much, I'm like, all right, bye. I don't have to deal with this no more. But I've learned from that some people is worth it. Like I feel like what I'm in now is worth it.
I feel like everybody is worth it, but we have to make people the villain in order for us to leave and realize that this isn't the person for me.
But that's the
this
thing,
person
I leave
was
with
just
knowing
an
me being a
experience
villain.
for me to learn who I am and
true.
who I don't want to be.
That's true.
So the problem is a lot of us is with a person that's not a bad person, but we know it's not working out, but they're good and they're not doing anything wrong. So we don't know how not to hurt them and how not to say that. I think that we're great. Our relationship was madly in love, but it's been about 2 years and I have grown into a different person. And I'm not the person I was 2 years ago. And I would like to have you in my life in a positive way and break up now.
But that's not
and be
how
friends.
people do it.
I do it that way.
That's not all people do it. I feel like I have healthy relationship with some of my exes. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm cool with a bunch of my exes. Like, literally, one called me today. Like, we cool. But it didn't start like that.
But that's how I tell people. That's how I know it ain't me.
Because it ended in some toxic shit. But or it ended in a bad conversation.
The even when the event might be toxic, it don't mean that y'all toxic. It just means two good people that are with the wrong good person will do bad things to each other.
I think also wrong place, wrong time. Wrong place, wrong time type thing.
Yeah,
right person, wrong time.
Yeah,
right person, wrong time. Yeah.
It's not even wrong time. Sometimes I am the person that I am meant to be, and I'm a good person that is worthy of love. But I'm not the person that's supposed to be receiving love from you. And it doesn't make you less of a person.
I get it doesn't make everybody don't receive love the same, and everybody don't give it off.
But I might have needed you at this stage in life to learn that about myself, right. And I'm grateful that you were in my life to teach me that, and we shared good times together, and we had love for each other at one point. So why can't we transition into the next stage of our relationship?
I think I'm good at doing like is that. Realizing the good that we had and that we learned from each other. Mm-hmm. And taking that and moving, like adding bits and pieces forward to the next relationship.
I feel
to eventually become the complete better person that I want to be.
I feel like, I'm still learning, and I feel like I am still learning. And when I say I'm miss get the fuck on, I'm really miss get the fuck on. Like one wrong thing, I'd be like, all right, bye. You know what I'm saying? But I'm learning to the point, like that's why I say I have toxic.
That's toxic. That's running. That's avoidance. And avoidance is a very strong way of crippling yourself from ever having meaningful relationships. Because I do the same thing. You raise your voice. If I got to argue with you, bitch, I'm gone. Because I'm not even about to waste my time.
So where do you, because you seem very emotionally mature. So where are you with the toxicity? Like, do you feel like you have any toxic left, or do you feel like
oh no,
where do you
see? Don't get it twisted.
Toxic with an understanding.
I am very. The reason why I'm able to read everybody else is because I am very honest about where I am. Mm-hmm. Okay. It's just like the map on the mall. You always have to find yourself in order to navigate to where you need to be in the store that you're trying to get to. I'm very aware of where I am and my presence.
He got a lot of them though. He keep doing that.
You feel me?
These intellectual sayings and stuff.
I agree with that. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm learning at this point in my life, because at first I would literally, listen, miss get the fuck on. But I feel like that does not help me either, just getting the fuck on, because I'm meeting new people.
Still don't learn
because you're in the prison of the emotion that you're avoiding.
You don't learn from the situation.
But in my mind, in that moment, how I justify it is, while I'm with you, I'm going to push you. We're going to reach some new levels. We're going to grow. We're going to step outside our comfort zone. And I feel like if me leaving, I could take all that with me. You know what I'm saying? I could take what I offer with me.
Now that we can identify where our toxicity come from and what levels we at, man, we're going to get into what to do with it, how to get away from it, and how to navigate around it. You feel me? And like you said, we all trying to build to a better self, and we move through relationships, and we build that to the next body and the next better one. But hey, since you building, we're going to talk about how many bricks is in your tower and do them bodies matter on after the break. So hit me back, man. It's the Holla West, bro. Holla. What up, though? You already know what time is, man. The Howling Wolf, we back up in this bitch. Look, we was just talking about toxicity, man. We broke it down to identifying what's your love level. How much toxic experiences have you had in your life that navigates your experiences, and how you decide how to find love. So you know what I'm saying? We broke down to what the definition was, and we'll revamp on that, is just basically the inability to process your own emotions. And when you are stuck in a prison of your past experiences that navigates your life, your inability to hold relationships in a positive way, and when you spread your motherfucking misery around to other people. Worst system. Like that's the worst. That's the most dangerous one of them all. When you desire to make people feel like you, is when you have detached from the process of going through your own emotions to where you can't move past it so much that you only want people to either understand, listen to, or just like binge into feeling what you feel. You can't move past it, and you get stuck in that cycle.
The crazy part is, I think that's a cycle that's gonna continue. I think hurt people are never gonna stop hurting people. like, I don't think that's a cycle we can break. It's always going to be somebody out there to have this type of feeling and to spread it around from one person to another, and it becomes infectious.
I agree. I think to a certain extent, I agree. Hurt people
Not
until they
everybody
heal.
gonna get affected
Until they heal.
You know, but
Properly
by this
heal.
time you done already hit somebody else, and by that time they done already did something to somebody else.
I don't think it's my job to navigate love with the intention of not trying to hurt people. I think that we're so concentrated on being navigated by the avoidance of pain that we put a cap, a ceiling on the levels of bliss that we allow ourselves to have, the amount of connections that we have. Like I'm 37. What type of 37-year-old hasn't been hurt by the opposite sex? Like, if you haven't,
I mean,
you
I
haven't
thought y'all
truly
got hurt
been.
when y'all was in
You
first
haven't,
grade.
but like.
I thought all guys got hurt when they was in what, first, second grade?
I mean, like, that's the easy, low hanging
No.
fruit shit. But I mean, like, to truly invest, like, we talking about real man shit. We ain't
Okay.
even talking about the whole niggas with the personality problems. We gonna step away from the easy shit. You feel me? To say this
You
nigga,
say dig
them
deeper.
some
Right.
niggas we
Dig
call them. I
deeper.
call them can't get rights. The motherfuckers where it ain't even they fault. They fucked up. They just fucked up, and we know. And you should know better. And you should know how to avoid those people.
Mm-hmm.
And you should know how to identify them, or shame on you. But my thing is like, it's not my job to shield you from, it's not my job not to hurt you. It's my job to love you. And love hurts sometimes. But I'm going to be here with you while it hurts. I'm going to process that. I'm going to support you while, and I'm going to be here to heal you. I'm going to be here to protect you. But I can never, even,
I feel like that
I can hurt you
becomes-
unintentionally.
That's people expectations though. Sometimes they expect
That's
just
why you
all
fucked
good
up.
things. Some people
That's
get
why
in
you
the
fucked
shit
up.
and they expect all good things. This is not Frozen, and you are not Olaf. We not all good things over here.
My
So,
point exactly. Like,
you gotta
it's-
expect
life
shit.
is not all good, so
Oh,
you can't
y'all
handle
ain't-
none
I
of
got
that.
kids.
Yeah.
My bad.
She
Oh,
went frozen. She went frozen.
That's
But
what
I mean,
Olaf
nigga-
said. He was like,
Olaf.
all good things, all good things.
Olaf.
Like, that's what fucked up. Like, everybody,
And
we're
it's not
so
that.
we're so shell shocked when anything negative happens, when that's a
If
part
you
of life.
expect it, you won't feel that
I
way.
feel like you should just go into everything with with
Open
a
mind.
reality state of mind. Like, everything.
I feel
not perfect.
I feel like that's better than an open mind. A reality state of mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Reality
I
state
feel
of
like because
Yeah.
we talk so much shit because it sound good, but we don't know how to accept the words we speak out
Exactly.
into the universe,
Right.
right? So, like, prime examples, like, we say we want to ride or die. I want somebody to hold me down when I want somebody that got me back when I'm going through it, but you always want shit. It's easy to love me. I'm a charismatic, interesting motherfucker with a wealth of life experiences. Bitch, you'll never be bored around me.
Never.
You might get mad at me, bitch, but you ain't gonna be bored
Right.
because I'm an interesting motherfucker. So you
That
stay
sound like
around me too
something I
long,
say to
you
that,
will
'cause I'm
fucking
funny as
fall in
hell.
I
love.
say some shit like
You
that
feel
for
me?
real, for real. And I
Like-
I believe it though. Like, I honestly believe that's how I feel about myself. Like, shit, you gonna
Oh,
love
God.
me. Like,
Like,
who are you not to
I'm
love
very
me?
funny.
I have
So
so much
at
shit
the
to
end
offer
of the
you.
day, it's easy to love me if I ain't did shit to piss you off. Like, I don't believe you love me, and honestly, you want to talk about my toxicity. I don't believe you love me
Unless
until
you curse me out.
until I
fuck something
put
up.
you something through. Cause why wouldn't you
Yeah.
love an awesome motherfucker that's entertaining and making you feel good?
Would you love me while?
But would you
going
love
through
me
bad
when I just
shit?
did some shit that hurt you? Cause that's where your love
Right.
matters.
Oh, I feel
Yeah.
like, okay, let's
You
talk
feel
about
me?
that. I feel
So
like, hold
if the
on.
minute
We gonna have
you
to
better
talk
off
about
not
that.
telling me you love me until you make the decision you gonna stay with me. Because once you
Look,
tell
I
me
do
you
feel
love me,
like
I'ma
you don't
test
wanna
it.
say it first. No
Okay,
way.
so I do feel like, don't you know how they say you should be with a person through all seasons
All
before you know who
seasons.
they is? I don't feel like that's like, spring, summer, fall, winter.
You know, it's all
I feel like
seasons of
it's
them.
emotions,
Up,
all
down,
emotions,
kinda okay.
happy, sad, mad, all the other stuff.
Rock
You know what I'm
bottom.
saying? I
Yeah.
need to be able to see. We've have to go through everything for me to fully
Word.
100% love you. However, I don't feel like I should have to go through hell and hot water to prove that my love is pure for you. Like, I don't feel like I should go through that to prove that, I love you and I love you is real. I should not have to prove that I'm going to ride and die and let you drag me through the mud just for you
Then
that's
pick
what I
somebody
was-
that's not like me.
and won't and will.
And that's right. You feel me? Because
And
I'm
we-
going to test you.
'cause
I'm going to try to
Because
see where
we
you've been
ain't
because
messing
that's
with
where I
you,
am.
Wolff. Anyway,
We not
God
doing
damn
that.
it.
Because
I'm
why
just
do I
saying.
have to
Have
go through
big
hell just to
conversations
show
at 3
just for you
o'clock in
to
the
say,
morning
all right, you
because
know
I
what?
said you pissed me off.
Like, I don't wanna have
literally
to go
dated
through-
somebody like you We were the same
Hey,
size.
I don't want to have to go through shit
he
just
taught
for you to
me
be like, you
about
know what,
myself,
she's an okay
and I
girl.
was like, all right, I don't like you here no more. Like you, like, and this was years ago. I was younger, and the amount of shit he taught me about myself pissed me off. I was like, how do you even know anything? Like, what makes you feel like you know anything? But that was just me being counteractive to him trying to show me who I am.
I just don't want to be with nobody who like, you know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm going to go through. First of all, I'm not a ride or die with nobody. First of all, let me the fuck out. I will ride with you, but baby, I am not a ride or die. Let's take that or out. Let's take that or out because I'm not a ride or die. I'm not gonna do that. We'll ride.
Not an actual ride or die. It depends on what the die.
But I mean, like, if you want to ride or die, it ain't even about drugs. If you want to ride or die, at some point you gotta. Your life, I ain't gonna know you ride or die if your life ain't on the line at some point.
I'm not doing it. I don't
be careful
do it.
what you speak into existence.
I'm a ride. I'm a rider. I'm not a dyer. I don't want to be a dyer. I want to be just a rider. But then I also feel like
I'll be a rider fighter.
I'll be a rider or fighter. Now that I will be. Like people that know me knows that.
God damn it.
People that know me, I be.
Yeah.
People that know me knows that. Like I'm a fight. Like I will fight. Listen, with that, I won't fight over no man, bitch. I will. I will nuck and buck about my man. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what level. I will nuck and buck about mine. But is that
toxic? It's like, no, let me quit.
Is it toxic or is you fucking with what's mine? Or you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's just regardless of what that person's doing.
And that's what I'm saying. If it's time to fight, if it's time to have an altercation, if it's time to process through an emotion, then I move forward and I can still have love. And it's not this continuous cycle of an unsolved problem that keeps bringing detriment to my life. If this is not a continuous mistake that I'm making, why is that labeled as toxic? Because you saw a conflict, or maybe that conflict needed to be had so we could move forward to something else. But because we label certain stuff, I honestly feel like you will have a better time finding love if you just decide to love the person that you love.
Wholeheartedly, good or
bad, and see and process what you can get through with them until you can get to a better place, because you will be happier going through some bad shit with a motherfucker you really love than you motherfuckers go settle for a guy who got the application to make you happy and it never works. That's never the nigga that y'all want.
Everybody didn't see that.
Yeah.
You have some people that were raised in a household. My mama and daddy did this. They stuck through it. They did this. My daddy did this. My mama stay here. My mama did this. My daddy stay. But
y'all is doing it because y'all just not married, but y'all breaking up, then you circling around 3 more months after you caught a few more bodies and fucking the nigga again because you like him too much. Then y'all get constantly.
Me specifically, I just have space
y'all is doing it. Y'all just, I find a lot of women be doing it. Y'all just need it to be said a certain way so y'all can accept that's what y'all doing.
I find excitement of not doubling back. Maybe. Because it's just like they always want you. So it's like, you can't have me no more. Nah.
No, you just need to be chased so that you feel the love inside yourself. So you don't feel like if there's not somebody that desires you, you want to be desired. You don't want to be kept. The excitement for you is in the chase. So if I don't feel like you are in constant competition and fighting off others for me or chasing for my affection, then it ain't that.
It's more so if I just feel the desire, if I feel your desire for me, that's gonna have me or keep me kept. And I feel like just where it is.
I don't want to keep you.
But why?
I just
because I don't want to keep you.
Huh? That's not. I don't want to keep nobody. I don't want to keep nobody. Like I don't like y'all verbiage. I don't want to keep nobody. If you have to be kept, if I have to hold on to you because you're so flighty like a balloon in the breeze that if I let that string go, your ass is gone. You was never mine.
I feel like
if you're not grounded enough to stay in my orbit, float away.
Keep set the standard and stand at that standard. You know what I'm saying?
Like, that's it's more so don't start something you can't finish.
Choose
what?
Your life. Because you fucking with it or you not. I'm not doing shit to keep you entertained, bro.
I feel like
I am the nigga that I am.
If you feel like if you start some shit off, you're not supposed to.
I ain't about to start
continuously.
I'm gonna do whatever I do.
It doesn't even have to be dedication in it. But every once in a while, motherfucker, is you gonna bring home the flowers and the shit and do the date night.
Like if you were bringing home flowers at first, and all of a sudden it's like, damn, I ain't have flowers in 3-4 years.
It's not like,
goddamn it, what the fuck?
Well, I choose to love him when he gave me all this stuff and he stopped doing it, so I still choose to love him. It's the effort behind it. I get maybe he can't do it right now, but baby, you better. If I like chocolate, you better come on with a Reese's Pieces.
Man, fuck all that. Flowers, you can go to motherfucking Myers or Kroger's and get a bouquet of flowers for $6.
A man will be doing. I've seen a man do all of those things, right? Mm-hmm. And because he has engagements with another woman, she'll leave him.
Negro, you said cheating. You trying to...
I didn't say cheating.
You said engagements with together? Other women. Entanglements?
So who's together?
With other women?
Please don't bring Jada up. We ain't doing this.
We're not doing that.
Not on this show.
It was the way that he put it. The way he put it, she was doing all this. He was doing all this.
But now I'm confused.
She left him because he was fucking around with other people.
But was we together or not? That's the point. Was we together or not? And you got this other bitch over here.
What level of commitment that you need?
If we're not together, then you can, hey, by any means.
Why we can't be together?
I don't need you to have nobody else.
So what did we decide on doing?
That should be something to be in agreement.
What was in our conversation? Did we decide that, or did you lay it on the floor? Sometimes you might just be.
No, I'm not. I don't believe in lying. I believe I've lost many, many beautiful, talented women that were way outside of my league because they didn't want to be down with the way that I express love. In the early days when I was younger, I was afraid of expressing myself and being honest about my experiences and the way that I want to live my life. And I don't believe that people are territories or something that needs to be guarded.
Possessive, like something you need to possess.
I don't feel like my commitment with you is dictated by the proximity in my relationship with another person.
You feel like you should always have your option.
So
I feel like if I'm engaging, if I'm entertaining, if I'm emotionally competent to provide counsel and leadership and share experiences and have all these things because another person exists and I have that type of relationship with them, why does it negate the person I'm being to you?
Because I'm stingy, and that's what I go in letting you know I'm stingy. To say that.
But I get what you're saying from your point of view, and I definitely get that because I
probably were.
I didn't have a roster. Who has not had a roster?
Who has not?
It's not something
when you're openly dating. If you like, I hear women expressing the same thing. They say, if you want it, then you put a ring on it, right? So that means that you are. That means that you are shopping eligible men and during your dating process until you find one that's the one that you want to commit to as your main commitment.
Can we talk about that part right there?
But when men say that, we're dogs. I want to date multiple women until I have a commitment with one overall that I favor the most, and I want to get to know them and date them as a person.
I feel like dating is up there with toxic. I feel like dating is up there with toxic. People place a thing on it. When you're going on dates, like, because I advocate for that a lot. If we're dating, we're dating and it's not like nothing. We're just getting to know each other, trying to see if each other fit each other. You know what I'm saying? If you're right, you know what I'm saying. If you want to, if I'm the girl, I might not be the girl for you. So it's like, you know what I'm saying. Date. However, I feel like a conversation has to be had. We rocking together. We gonna do that or whatever the case may be. But however, when you're dating, that does not mean you're fucking. And a lot of people think when you're dating, just because you see me on a date with this nigga one day, that don't mean when you see me on a date with this nigga, I done fuck both of these niggas. It's not that. It's just, I'm trying to, let me know who I look better with type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just a joke. I'm
taking a pause.
I'm be honest,
joke, but like, you know what I'm saying?
That's some square nigga shit. I haven't been on too many dates if you see, I say first date. I ain't gonna say first date everything, but if you dating a person more than one or two dates and you're like dating them, I'm fucking. You ain't gonna see too many women in public that I haven't been inside of with me.
I haven't been inside of. But that's just the thing, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people think that, like, this generation, I don't want to say it's like a man or woman thing. I feel like it's a generational thing. They took dating out of dating, like courting out of dating.
Word.
They think that dating you automatically with someone.
We're fucking.
You can't talk to anyone else
because everybody's.
That's what that means.
I feel like everybody is broken, and you're looking for what's missing in you and your spouse, and that's why you're not finding the right pieces.
The right one,
because you're supposed to fix that in yourself and make yourself a complete.
Nobody's gonna make you happy.
until you.
Nobody can make you happy.
Thank you. It's not my job to make you happy.
Right.
It is not my job to make you okay with life. It is not my job to heal you from your cousin that did something to you, your uncle that touched you, your
like
daddy that abandoned
job?
you, your mama that talked to you and told you
I don't
you was
even know
ugly.
no more because you got 2 girls at this point. Do you feel like it's your job to?
And it's
Agreed.
not that.
I agree. Just my uncle comment. He said motherfuckers think about sex before thinking about if the person as a whole. You know what I'm saying? They just like, oh yeah, you sexual. They think lust like instead of thinking like, okay, well, does this person like what I like? Is this person a morning person or a night person? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like
people
dating
don't
is
know how to
important.
pick nothing because the thing is, being a decent person just makes you eligible to fill out an application. But you find a nigga with a job and money, but are you a nigga with a job and money that knows how to love me, that knows how to entertain me, that knows how to make me feel whole, that makes me feel comfortable, that is a person that I mesh well, is a person that compliments the way I think, that has the same goals as me? That's just the entry level. So you go out here and you choose wrong, and now you want a nigga to be everything that's missing inside of you to you because you don't even know who the fuck you are. So now you don't know you don't know your body, you don't know what
they say you
like.
must make yourself happy first,
and then you
make
out here trying to
happy.
pick a nigga and you know who the fuck you are.
At this point, so boom, you said you ain't know too many people that's going out and going on dates with people and not fucking. So if we there and we dating this many people and then you fucking, now you just racked up a whole bunch of motherfuckers.
So let's talk about the bodies.
Thank you.
About the
Great
bodies.
segue.
I feel like nobody should
as
talk
we
about
building
body
ourselves. It's such a
Nobody
cake ass
should talk
nigga
about
question,
body
bro. It's
Like,
such a
what
cake.
does it fucking matter? It's your turn now. It's your turn now. So what does it matter? I don't like, you know what I'm saying? Unless it's like something like harsh.
It's your turn now.
reputation.
It's crazy.
The only thing that I need to know.
It's my turn now. Like, I don't give a fuck.
One thing that needs to be known before I just write it off. I'm never too pressed because to be honest, I don't like no little prissy bitch. I don't want no bitch that studied hard until she was 36 and then graduated and she real toothy with the dick sucking game because she wasn't out there on homecoming weekend. You feel me? Like I don't want that bitch. I don't want no good girl. Yeah. I don't want no girl that wasn't out. I want somebody who's balanced and got
it. So now you don't know how to be the throat goat, and I don't got time for that.
So I don't have time to teach. At this age, I like what I like. I'm getting older. I want you to know what you like because I ain't coercing a bitch into shit. And in this climate, I ain't teaching you shit because that's grooming now. Yeah. Can't teach
that
bitches
is now
nothing.
Grooming. You can't do it.
You better watch porno, hoe, and try it on your friend.
I don't know.
Nah, I ain't teaching you shit, bitch. You're not going to say Ricky taught you.
You can always show a person what you like. I'm not going to say
teach me, but I just, I'm there. Just tell me what you like. And if I can do it, I would do it. If I don't fuck with it, I ain't. Well, bye.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's ways to turn somebody out safely, but it's a dangerous game, my brothers. And if you not that nigga, you know you not, don't do it. If the bitch say she got to get drunk to do it and she only like bitches when she drunk or something,
this is my first time
don't
that I did it.
do it. Don't
I ain't
fall
never
for
did
that.
It before. You
don't
just
fall for that narrative, bro.
shit.
You make that whole choose. Don't do it because it'll get flipped on you and later in life. Don't fall for them games.
So, is body count important?
But I don't feel like it is. I feel like if you sold pussy is important.
I feel like if you sold it, it's important because...
Like on the corner sold it.
You know what?
Because it's a lot of selling going on.
Whatever retail space you was in, I need to know. Because pussy ain't only sold on the corner, man.
They have a website.
A lot of y'all believe in that's the way
somebody told me that they found somebody else on.
You know what I'm saying?
Somebody told me that they found somebody else on, and when I say I didn't know about it, and I was just like, I didn't know.
Text me right now.
Now this is a opinion that always get me in trouble with the women. I ain't gonna lie.
Let's do it.
I truly believe that the majority of y'all friends is selling pussy right up under y'all nose, and y'all really don't know about it because y'all not honest with other women about it.
Whose nose is it not up under?
It'd be a lot of y'all girls when y'all out, and the girls. It'd be a lot of y'all colleagues.
I know some people who sold some.
There's a lot of your sisters, your constituents out here, and pussy selling behaviors, and y'all don't be identifying it.
Look here.
I know some people who sold some cat before, but I've been in
pussy selling behaviors. But it's not like, give me this, I give you that. It's more so you fuck
I'm hip
with
to the lingo.
Niggas,
you know what the generosity is. I like generous niggas. I get it.
Oh, no, I wasn't going to say that. It's just,
I like generous niggas.
I was about to say that. It's just, I don't ask for it. Like, I'm trying to find the words because it's not.
It's giving.
It's an auction.
But is it like a transaction type of thing?
No, it's not.
Like, do y'all go out?
It don't be.
And then
it don't
money
be.
on
It don't be. No, it don't be.
But here's my thing though.
Before
we get too off the rails with it too, because I don't want to sound like I'm demonizing women for selling pussy, because they have a special place in my heart, and I do believe that they exist for a certain reason. You feel me?
Man.
But I do
tell the
believe when
truth.
you viewing love through a transactional way, you drawing that to yourself. And like, just to be for real about it, like, it's a lot of women that's not out here selling pussy, but they selling themselves for a lifestyle that they want.
I was selling pussy when I was fucking with my baby daddy.
It happens.
We in a relationship. I want you to do X, Y, and Z. I'm making sure you X, Y, and Z straight. I'm giving you this so you can give me that. That's selling pussy.
Yeah.
Whether it's money transactions, it's that's really it. That's really it. Not
but
giving
that's
it to
your
me.
baby daddy
not
too.
giving it to me, but like making
Right,
sure.
That's your baby daddy.
It's
your baby daddy.
It's been like that with other shit. Like, if I'm dating somebody else and I know you like this X, Y, and Z, it's more so of me pleasing you, and I know me pleasing you is gonna. Ooh, I know you.
Selling
no,
so
it's more so.
No,
it's more so. I know you want to.
It's transactional love. Did that make you feel better?
I know you're more so one of those. Ooh,
it's a love transaction,
and I like this for you. So me doing this X, Y, and Z is gonna put me on your mind more, and I know that.
Like being a
so
caring
boom,
person,
if we in a healthy relationship,
if I know you like this, I'm gonna get it for you.
Word.
But that's like with me and you. I don't give you no coochie.
You don't even want to call it a love transaction.
It's like.
I feel like you might have charged a few of them transactions. You try to protect yourself right now.
So you gotta really think on it.
So you got a man. So you got a man, and y'all in a good place, and you like, all right. I just had a flashback of what he did last night. I'm in the store. Let me just But then take it in the bad form. This nigga just argued with me last night. I'm about to get me this. I'm not getting this nigga none of his snacks. Like, it could be anything like that. Where you think about me and think like that. It's not always.
I feel like
money.
That's more
it's not
of
always purses, bags.
That's
or
more
like
of
that.
a pussy hostage situation.
Pussy hostage situation.
To me, that is, you don't know how to motivate your man, and you've lost the ability to inspire him, and he's lost the ability to inspire you.
Y'all both lost me here.
Whoa.
Like, I'm so lost here.
He went deeper. Right. He went deeper into the pleasing, and it sounds like
you've lost the ability to inspire each other.
Okay, so for what I'm saying, it probably sounds like it's on purpose. Like, I'm doing this on purpose. No, I'm pleasing you and doing what you like because I know you're gonna do what you do in, like, for any day. You do those things. I know if I make you happy, we're just gonna be happy.
I get you. And there's nothing wrong with that. And again, I'm not trying to demonize and make anything look bad. I'm just simply describing it.
I don't like it.
So listen, let me break it down.
I don't like it.
Let's break. All right, so let's try this approach. I'll back up a little bit. You like Insecure? All ladies like Insecure. The show. HBO?
I've never seen
watched it.
Okay.
Never seen that. I'm more of a Criminal Minds.
Okay. It's a dope ass show. I love Issa Rae. She's a talented young African American writer, bro. I think she's one of the most talented. But it's one of these things that was a really good dynamic in the relationship in the first season where the guy was on hard times, right? And she wasn't as attracted to him because he was going through depression. He was going through hard times, and then they had stopped having sex with her. And as a part of motivating, she was like, well, I'm just not in the mood. He just going through things and they broke and stuff. And you know, if you want some pussy, get your lazy ass up and kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? To do like something like that.
But
I'm not saying you have. But what I'm saying is
before, and I was still
But no, that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? The woman, she was the woman making the money. And he was the one struggling and ain't had no money. She was not as attracted to him. Didn't want to give us the pussy and shit like that. And then him not feeling like a man, not feeling like himself, and suffering from depression. You don't even have the ability to make her attracted to you or to even desire her as a woman because you're not even thinking about really wanting to fuck. So even when she wanted to fuck, he couldn't get his dick hard. So you've lost the ability. So submission, it has to be inspired. It can't be demanded. It can't be asked for.
I do.
You feel me? Just so seduction has to be something. You can't make your man only want to fuck you if he's not inspired to be that kind of person. There are some men who love the commitment and the challenge of one woman, and that makes him feel safe, and that is all he wants. But that's not the nigga that turn you on and make your pussy wet. The nigga that makes your pussy wet is the nigga that is out here that has been damaged, that is the conquering pussy nigga, the nigga that wants to want, and he's that nigga that is going to make you feel loved, respected, and good, but he is never only going to be yours. So are you going to accept that you can have exciting love in those experiences, or you can accept the other dope ass dude who just want one woman? But when you don't identify one as the other, you get mad because the nigga who has the ability to be charismatic and magnetize women into his orbit has that ability, can do it, and you down the nigga who is cool and you don't identify him. There are dope ass niggas who only want one woman.
First, let me start here, because you touched on a few good points. Personally, and I wouldn't say it's like a pussy transaction or something like that. Maybe because I'm just like a natural pleaser.
That's what
I'm a natural pleaser. When I'm with somebody, I want to do things for you, givers. Like the little.
I'm a giver, you're a giver.
What is that? The saying? It's like a little meme, like a little post that's going on Facebook. They be like, "Shit, I ain't cooking. I wouldn't get up at 3 a.m. to cook my man something to eat if he's hungry." And it's just like I don't say shit because if my man hungry at 3 a.m. and I might not want to do it, but I'd be like, "Fuck it, let me go."
I'm gonna talk a little shit.
I'm gonna talk my shit. I'm gonna be like, I don't want to do it, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it proudly. I'm gonna bring the plate. I'm gonna bring, something to drink, everything that comes with it, because that's just something that I
But dig this, just because that ain't your shirt don't mean it don't exist in the shirt. In the store. You feel me?
That's true. That's very true.
And what I'm saying is that might not be your language of love, but there is transactional love out there, and people be mad that you expressing yourself in a transactional way and you're drawing that to you. So you're only gonna get women that's a drawing a tricking ass nigga if you the type of nigga who can't attract women without being flashy, without talking about your car, your watch, without being, or if you an ugly, grimy, stanky ass nigga. All right, this one dude, I was at a job, and he used to always complain to me about women only wanting him for his money. And finally, I just broke down and told him, no, it wasn't what he started with. I told him, brother, you smell bad. You don't take care of yourself when you're dirty. And any woman that puts herself in that position, the only woman that would do that is a woman that don't have respect for herself, that need that bag that bad. So that's why you keep meeting women who might even look good, but she is selling it. That's a pussy transaction. So he only get bitches that eat $200 a night meals. Because if I'm going to sit across the table and know I gotta suck this salty stanky dick later, I want at least a $200 meal before I do that. Gross. With some money to go home in my pocket, because that is what that experience is worth. So it is not the women's fault that you keep attracting women who is all about money. You are a person who attracts that, give out some money, and you need to do it until you improve yourself.
To go with that, I don't like the guys that, and I'm trying to think if it's females that do, but I really know from my experience, there are guys who will flash money, flash cars, flash this, and this is what oh baby, come over here, I could do this for you, I could do that for you. But then when you go over there for that, all you hoes want is money, all y'all want is this, y'all want is that. And it's like, baby, that's what you offered me, that's what I came for.
All right, so transfer energy, right? Just like the guy is responsible for what he attracting, you are responsible for what you attract you. So if I'm a nigga and I'm sexy, if I flash a bunch of money, if I
no punyan.
It might be niggas that care. You feel me? And that'll do that. And you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying you're a beautiful woman. I'd never take that away from you. Some niggas, that's enough to trick on. I wouldn't do it.
I mean,
for me, you got to be more than pretty, because there's so many pretty ladies out there.
I mean,
so I'm the type of dude, after I nut, if there's nothing to talk to you about, you have to leave immediately because
Why
I would rather be here alone.
Why are you still here? Like, yeah.
So it's like my post-nut reaction happens before I even start fucking because I'm thinking about
how I'm gonna get you the fuck up out of here.
Because I know I ain't nothing to talk to you about. So I have to. So that's for me, wild. Dating is hard. You feel me?
I'm not
because
I'm
not interested in a lot of different people. So why?
I just never put myself in a position.
So after I'm done with you physically,
a nigga that think he gotta do all of this, and
I mean, sometimes it don't even be the attraction.
Yeah, wait, listen, my bad. We going in the break, man. Yeah. We gonna come back and see what else your energy attracts. Holla back. What up, though, man? It's the Howling Wolf with LoverGirl ENT back, man, and I've been enjoying this dope-ass conversation. Just everybody's perspective, being honest about it, man. And as we wrap it up, we were just talking about the what is commitment and why do we have to only have commitments with one person and why can we accept everybody else's sexuality but people who want to love freely with multiple people, and why is everything else demonized but that? And I call it we have an addiction to finding a forever person because we believe that forever person validates the person that we are aspiring to be, that we found somebody else in this world that sees that person we project ourselves to be that and values that idea of who we think we are. Right. And that idea becomes real when somebody else identifies it and validates it in us.
I feel like it's just, people need to find what works for them.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is plenty of people. Like I said, I think I spoke about it before. My aunt is poly. You know what I'm saying? She's all for it. You know what I'm saying? And I talk to her and I hear stories and I just laugh and giggle with her.
Because there's dimensions to it, bro. It's all the levels.
You know what I'm saying?
I gotta hear these stories.
It's levels to it. However, I am not. But my only problem with poly, and it's nothing to do with the actual poly, relationship thing. It's like whatever you do. I'm if it make you happy, do your fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? That what you eat don't make me shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But my thing is when it comes to those certain couples, and I feel like not heterosexual, but monogamous couples, they don't push that hard, or I haven't experienced them pushing so hard. But some poly couples, let's put that out there. They will try to recruit. And you could be like, well, I'm not into it. And they come into a million reasons as to why you should be into it and stuff like that.
Is this a camp?
Like, I don't recruit me.
I think what happens is most people encounter swingers and cuts, and they think that is the whole dichotomy of what swinging is, because that's the people that mostly go out to people outside the community, and that's who y'all most have contact with.
So because swingers share, cucks share, but watch and don't join.
But my thing is,
what's the difference?
Okay, they got different levels to that.
Because I watch it.
But my thing is, if you poly and I'm all for you.
Well, I'm a relationship anarchist. Is what I'm labeled as.
But for an example,
time out. No, I need that definition. We not moving forward.
Oh my gosh.
Relationship anarchist.
Well, anarchist is against all kind of conformance and regulations and titles, right?
Yeah, okay.
So a relationship anarchist would be like, I don't believe in any title being. I don't believe in any title or any kind of territory that restrains me from having a meaningful connection and relationship on any level with any other person based off of my relationship with anybody.
Okay, I can respect that.
Let's just vibe. Let's see where.
And within relationship anarchists, there are like about 8 different versions. There are people who have one particular person that they share their stronger bond with, and they date other people openly. Is oftenly referred to as E&M, ethically non-monogamous. Ethically non-monogamous means that you're open. Yeah, that's probably the most structured name that's easiest to understand me. I'm ethically non-monogamous. I don't believe in lying. I don't believe in enticing people through dishonesty. I'm very open about how I am, that I share relationships, that I might go on date with other people, it doesn't mean that I'm laying in the orgy and having sex with other person. I'm a very private person. I don't tend to be as promiscuous as people expect. I do like freak-ass nasty shit, but I like that with the people that I want to engage with on a certain intellectual level.
Do you ever find that you don't find as many people in that field, like it's less people in that dating pool?
You have, but that's the strength in it. You have to be willing to
You have
lose
to find your people.
very valuable people. And once you start, but to be honest, I started having more meaningful and exciting and wonderful experiences when I grew the courage to lose people. Mm-hmm. When I ain't gonna lie, the first girl that I lost, like, this chick had like dope ass job, super smart, just awesome, all kind of interests and stuff, had a library bigger than mine. Chick was dope, made tons of money.
Why'd you lose her?
Wanted, because I was honest.
He was honest. He said what he
and
wanted.
I wanted to. And
what were you
what
honest
is that
about?
saying? He probably was honest about what you.
If it
what
don't
is that saying? That say
give too much about
I
yourself.
seen something that
What
said,
broke it? Like, what did she want that you didn't
100%.
want? That was, you know.
I seen something that said, you ain't player if you can't say what you want or be honest and still
get
have
what
your
you
way.
want. Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people,
because if a
don't
woman
do
likes
that.
you enough, she'll lie to herself. You don't have to.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. She'll
You
know if she want to tolerate
and
that or
there's
not.
another non-lie. You ain't lying.
So the real part is can you be yourself and tell your full honesty and make them choose? And it's not even make them choose. It's just you fucking
Give them the option to choose.
And that's really
It's
what's
the option.
player, bro. It's not player to lie and trick people and manipulate people and have them out there. That's just conning them. Yeah. You feel me? And that's what a lot of people get mad. It's not really the action. It's the main thing. Women, just be honest. If I had to know, you're mad because you feel betrayed. You're mad because you
like
feel
a lot of women
misled.
had more
You were
of an
mishandled.
option. You wouldn't have, like, if you let me choose to be fucked over or fuck with you and
I know
fuck
what I got
this
myself
bitch and get
into.
the benefits, then I might just would have
So
been
this
like,
lady
go
was
fuck
like
that bitch, give me the benefits,
45,
and we good.
beautiful, banging, bombshell body. All her kids was grown out the house.
All her
2-car
kids was grown out the
garage.
house.
45.
She had like the newest Shelby Mustang out with the brand new Coyote motor with the older one that was like 2
I'm
years
not hearing
older
nothing
that
that's
matched.
wrong.
Man.
She a cool. She like girls. I'm about to go fuck with her. Is you
Bro,
good? Like, what's
so
going
look,
on?
man, I wasn't where.
Chinky on here recruiting.
Hello?
Recruit.
I wasn't.
I like the Shelbys. I used to make them axles.
Man, I was just honest about at that time I couldn't be with one person. Even as exciting as she was, I don't want to be with another woman that was possessive. I don't want to be with another woman that was that much older than me because I just got out of divorce with a woman that was older than me, very accomplished, smart woman, doctor, private practice, all that kind of stuff, and it plays into different kind of power and resources and dynamics in the relationship. Yeah. And things like that, you feel me? Especially when they can't, have children and stuff, it was just affected the relationship in a way I wasn't ready to repeat.
You want?
You feel me?
Do you want children?
I have children.
You have children.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I love raising kids. I love making babies. You feel me? I just like being. I believe that.
How many
God
do you
put
have
me
if you
here.
don't mind?
I have 2.
Okay.
I'm for real. I'll probably.
I was expecting 5. It's like no. I mean,
they all
open.
didn't make. It would have probably.
He open. He truthful.
It would have been some
Maybe
more.
he found.
Well, I mean, do you got to claim the ones that you killed?
Baby,
Having babies.
I don't.
I mean, well, I probably got them in when I get there, so it'll be like
they're gonna be like, "Daddy."
They up there in
possible 4.
They up there in my section waiting on me.
Daddy.
So you feel me? That'll be like, I wonder if that.
They up there in my section.
I'm straight with it. I understand what I did. You feel me? And I tell you, you know what I'm saying. But I ain't tripping.
But my thing with the poly thing is, I don't want y'all to. I don't want motherfuckers to recruit. Like if I tell you, like, oh, okay, that's cool for you, and I be like, no, they be like, oh,
you recruiting?
I'm not recruiting shit.
You straight and you go out here and you attract men to you recruit.
I don't attract no goddamn body. I mind my business.
When you put an outfit on, I'm gonna kill these niggas. You recruit.
Kill these bitches. My phone died.
So you like the hoes too?
No, I don't. She like the hoes. I don't like the hoes.
Not all y'all. Please, once again, I said this yesterday. Do not come and take Chinky DM talking to me about all of this and that and that and that and that. I don't like all y'all girls. I like the cute ones.
I don't like y'all hoes at all.
I'm going to pick and choose.
Whatever.
But I don't know. I'm not opposed to poly, and we talked about this.
Yeah, you're not opposed.
I'm not
to
opposed to it. It just has to be certain
for
situations.
Other people. Like if that's
I
what you like,
feel like it's only for certain people. Like me, I've never people talk shit like I'm just out there recruiting. To be honest, men don't really be recruiting. Women recruit. Women really run the community. Go ahead. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Women really is the ones that do all the recruiting. And every experiences that I've had where it was me and multiple partners, I have always been introduced into that opportunity by a woman. I have never been the architect of any threesome, of any multiple relationship that I've been in.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
So
I
women
feel like
recruit.
if it's a threesome, then yes, I'm gonna recruit the woman. And also, if I feel
and the man.
And where am I recruiting another man from?
Whatever man that you are attracted with, that you dealing with, that you deem is
but
okay to have that
I don't consider that recruiting. Sometimes I could go out with my friends, and I've been out with my friends and just wanted to have a good girls' night and ended up recruiting, not on purpose. Like, and it's some nights I go out and I, on purpose, want to find somebody.
Voluntary, the most of the time.
Okay,
man, when you
I'll accept that. I'll accept that.
The woman invites you into that. The woman designs that. The woman chooses the man she's attracted to and allows him into that atmosphere where it can happen.
I mean, yeah, because the woman has the power. Yeah, you're
so
not going to get anywhere if I don't accept you into my space.
So when people begin to understand that small microcosm of it, how if
I thought we been knew women ruled the world. Like, did y'all not? Like, are y'all oblivious to that out there? Please don't do that. Tay Cheeky gonna tell y'all.
Well, if they do run it, they do it for half the price.
Half the price. Oh my gosh.
You're funny. No, we don't. But I do got a sale going on.
Ain't what they said at the marches.
Look at me. I got a Black History Month. I got a Black History Month sale going on. So.
And with them hoes and them pink pussy hats was yelling at Trump about.
Grab him by the pussy. Huh?
Get with me. If you like my friends, I might up the price on them. You already know what's going on.
But for real though, like the women run in the environment. I know more women who are in relationships that are multi with a guy. They have their choice of what they want to do, and the guy stays there. And then there's so many people that don't want to admit their poly. There's so many sucker ass niggas who would rather go to church and cry in the mirror and pretend that the whole town and they podunk town ain't ran through their wife. But he love this hoe and he love having her. And he gonna love her through nothing else. And he gonna beat every
acceptable. If it was more acceptable, they can admit it. If stuff was more acceptable, you could admit it more.
But
just like
the problem is, you end up with a person you don't want to admit is like that. Yeah. And then you end up with a person. It's some people like you gotta know. You gotta be with your woman because the experiences that she had in her life. She not a hoe. She just friendly with the
freaky
pussy.
Person
so you know
that
if
you
she
like.
Drunk and I've seen a nigga pick his woman up while she was drunk and lift her up out the club and take her home because she was drunk and that bitch gonna close her eyes and rub on anything.
Look, they say when I do this, just take me home.
Wait, no,
they say when I do this, just take me home.
But it's some women like that. I've met them.
No, pick me up
if I start pushing bitches,
you never really have to pick me up. Just
that means just take me the fuck home.
Because I'm already on my feet. Because I'm probably cussing somebody out in the club.
And once I start pushing bitches and say move,
I don't mean in a forceful way.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't mean in a forceful way, but he like, oh, my girl drunk. She like, if I talk to my nigga too long, I'm going to have to fight a nigga because I know my woman.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to allow something that's not okay. And I honestly believe that woman don't not love her man. She don't not honor him. She's not grateful for the life that she probably rescued him from because he probably a Captain Save-A-Hole type of nigga. Yeah. But she got it honest.
Do you feel like we will get to a point where people will be honest? We gonna break this cycle and people gonna start telling the fucking truth around here about what they like.
I don't think you need to. I don't think it's their job to. Right? Just like I hate the phrase.
You need the separation. You feel like you need the separation?
No, I feel like I hate the phrase. There's snakes in the grass. That's where the fuck snakes live. That's where they're supposed to be. So if you're barefoot just running and expect never to get bit, then you're the fucking idiot.
Right.
There is danger
you're in that fucking
this
jungle.
World.
You already know. Though.
So if you don't know how to identify lies, if you don't know how to protect yourself, if you don't know how to navigate life, you're going to get lied too. Right. Let a bitch lie to me because I want to see how talented you are at making it up. If you smart enough, what kind of hustle you is. What you lie to me about, tell me what you down with, bitch. Lie to me, ho. I want to see what type of bitch you is. I like that shit because I might want to use you for something. Okay, bitch, lied over something simple. You the type of hoe that like fraud. I might need you to forge a check, bitch. I like you. I could got a place in my life for you in some kind of capacity. Just tell me what kind of fucked up you is.
I feel like
accept you. I'm not gonna judge you.
I think that's what it is. I feel like I'm at a stage of if I'm with you, I'm gonna accept all that come with you.
I'm gonna love you the way you need to be loved.
You have to, because you can't pick and choose and be like, oh, I love this person because for who they are, and then they show you who they are, and you like,
let me leave that bag out.
I don't like that
bag out. I don't like
everybody
that bag.
comes with baggage, so it
I
just
got
choose what's heaviest for you.
Bipolar bitches. They got the best pussy on earth.
So I've been told. No, I'm just playing.
For real. Hoes that be manic and go from high swings to low, whatever they believe in, whatever they feel, even if it's some bullshit and it don't make no sense, it's real to that bitch and she gonna feel it in the deepest capacity at that time.
That shit.
And them emotional hoes pussy be water, boy. I love me a bipolar bitch, but they trouble. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
But
I feel like
I know that about myself. So when that bitch get to flipping the fuck out and go Fruit Loops on me,
do it turn you
I'm
on?
gonna just go get a bowl because I know in order to get that dope ass pussy, I got to deal with this bitch at Myers right now going ham because a bitch asked her not to eat some grapes.
You better know it.
So you gotta know. So when I see Krishan and Blueface,
I didn't think I was bipolar though.
I like they love. Because it is meant for them.
It
protects all of us from them because they are attracted to each other.
So am I crazy that it makes sense to me?
It does.
I didn't hear not one comment when she got that big ass new tattoo. Because I knew it was going to happen.
I feel like it was no need for it.
No, I knew it was going to happen. Right when I seen Jaden messing with
now
that
she got a girlfriend now.
Messing with that girl, the stud, whatever she wants to be called, I knew it was going to double back.
Yeah.
And I knew that they were meant for each other. It's just the way they talk.
It's the part.
Have you seen the way they talk after they fight?
It's the part where he was always saying, like, I'm the only guy Jaden ever fucked with. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm the only guy. And then it's like, is it a publicity?
She still ain't break the rules because
she
she with a bitch.
Break the rules because now
and a real
she's
nigga ain't gonna be
bitch.
mad you with a bitch. You fucking around.
Because the first thing they're gonna say is, I never fucked with another nigga.
But that's the dynamic.
And they gonna be all in the house together.
So
work for him.
That's either the dynamic for him, and he's trying to keep that precedent open, and also that's also create more money for them.
Exactly.
All the publicity. Oh, Krishan here. Boom. Maybe Jaden might come back.
I'm not cutting that bitch loose.
Like, it's
I might have to smack her every once in a time, but I'm not gonna cut her loose.
I feel like it's very good
for
them. If that's a comfortable relationship for them, then by any means run a bag up on that bitch. I feel like everybody that is
then when she run her mouths out, she gonna change her name back to her real name and take the tattoos off just like China
she's
Black.
Saying Krishan Rock, and she gonna get another small tattoo. Next thing is gonna be a whole face tattoo on her booty cheek. I just feel like if you're commenting on it, I feel like you have that type of relationship, or you're equipped to that type of relationship that you're scared of admitting to. Like the ones that's yup, all under the comments. You sent this paragraph just because you wanted to express this about yourself. So you want this type of guy.
Or meanwhile, they got like a million niggas tattoos on them.
I think it's that baby daddy connection too. At the end of the day, you allowed to be as toxic as you want to when it's your baby daddy.
Oh no, I agree with that.
I can do what I want to. I made life with her. I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do.
I will say, I won't do it, but if I wanted to, I can go fuck up some shit right now.
You going to do it?
I could go fuck up some shit right now.
I am that extra person. I tell people, like, I don't have no baby daddies. I'm just related to the same kids as somebody else.
That just let me know that you got all the baby daddy drama still in you.
No, I actually don't. I be telling people I don't know them.
I be trying to say that too, but it's more so because
all I got to do is find out how he hurt you and lie and say I ain't going to do it that way. You good.
Ooh, oh no, fuck that. It's just that's the reason
why.
That's the reason why I miss get the fuck on. That's why I miss get the fuck on.
Because I'm gonna tell you how you hurt me, and it's never going like that.
You can find out because you gonna tell them through your actions.
That's just
and if he a smart enough nigga to read you,
I just don't.
He gonna read you.
But that's the point. These niggas are dumb.
One of my kids' father.
Then why you choosing?
Has.
Well, it's nothing else out here. We ain't got a bunch of
nah.
We don't have a bunch of intellectual niggas out here.
We not about to do that. We said at the beginning, we not about to do that.
I said I wasn't bashing on our podcast. This is yours, baby.
It ain't open over there. It ain't happening over here. Put the capacity. Nah.
But no, everybody is not intellectually smart. Like everybody don't.
You attract what you allow the space for in your life.
A spectrum of niggas.
Cause you got a lot going on with you, baby.
Baby, I attract a spectrum.
That's
like
the spectrum.
It's a big.
So,
but no,
you own the spectrum. So they cover the.
I personally, I say that because my kids' fathers have like 11, 12 kids, and it's just like, 11, and can't 12. Nobody blame that on me because I was the first.
Is that the truth?
The boy's dad got like 11, 12 kids. But it's like, that's not even that bad to me because my dad has 32. So I really feel like that's not even a big thing. Like, but he does have a lot of kids.
I'm about to shake
the
table.
Like, let me break it down like this, right?
Yeah.
I'm the type of nigga that don't like to be bothered by the small, minuscule details to me. I don't like clerical work. I don't like filling out paperwork. I don't like calling and ordering food. I don't like ordering no doctor's appointment. I let the woman do all of that. So because I dictate things and trust the woman to do it, I allow the space because I don't want to do the things that every adult really has to do for themselves because I feel like a woman can do it for me. If a woman is dishonest, I allow the space for her to exist and get the fuck off on me because she gonna get off before I notice because I don't want to be bothered with it. If that keeps happening to me, I can't be mad and say all these bitches ain't shit. They do whatever the fuck you let them do because I keep letting them have that space in my life where they're in charge of shit that they shouldn't be.
What's that saying?
So if you picking dumb niggas, you like dumb dick.
I just feel like it's not always dumb niggas. It's dumb in certain circumstances.
But what you like about that dumb dick nigga that keep drawing them to you? What is it about these empty skull niggas that just fuck hard that you like?
It depends on. I've had a nigga that teach me stuff financially and probably learning about school, but he's emotionally retarded. So and then you got somebody that's emotionally intellectual,
is the better word
but
for that.
So
they don't
he's not
know.
dumb.
Not emotionally retarded, but impaired.
It's not. No, when I say dumb, I don't mean dumb in every way. Like just downright dumb. I mean like you're stupid in certain aspects.
So which aspect is he stupid in? So you can figure out how not to
I don't know who I'm talking about right now.
Which one's like? What's some of the experiences
one from
you
your
had?
roster and
Which experience you had? Because all right. Let's start with what you actually already said. You said they be emotionally stupid. You said this guy taught you things about finances and everything. So he's not a dumb guy. He improved your life and he shared information with you, right?
He didn't improve too much. He just shared small things and that was just
that. You said you learned it from him. So is the issue that why are you attracting men and engaging with men who are not emotionally competent, with men who do not have a high emotional IQ? What about you shuts off emotionally?
I think the patience level of people set things off from every level. So you can be intellectually hear about anything, but wherever your patience level is, you're not going to take whatever the fuck is going on.
That's true.
If you get what I'm saying.
That's true, but you still got to control yourself because we can't control the universe.
I mean, I control myself, and I'm very withdrawn.
So
I'm very a vibey
that's what I wanted to
person,
get to. So at the beginning, you said you are kind of cut off emotionally. Sometimes dudes say you act like a guy, and you just said you kind of withdrawn.
You want to be a nigga. You
that is not describing an emotionally expressive person.
I'm not.
Trauma.
So, if you are not an emotionally expressive person, how do you expect to engage with emotionally expressive people and draw them to you? You don't share emotions. So why do people that share emotions be drawn to you?
But if he has the patience to teach me his emotions, I have the patience to receive those emotions and reflect from that. So if we're on that page and we're both communicative,
you're a withdrawn person. I'm not about to open up to a withdrawn person.
I'm not withdrawn wherever. I'm not withdrawn wherever.
Now she like, wait a minute now.
I'm not withdrawn wherever. I'm not withdrawn in all places.
Well,
I'm talkative in some places, and I'm withdrawn in other places.
I think it's
sometimes I don't feel like you the nigga that got the mental capacity for me to tell you everything that's going on in my head. I feel like you're not there yet. So I'm gonna tell you this little bullshit and let you nibble on that.
So you just learning people and learning they
I go step by step. I don't try to dive into a nigga. I get what you give me, and I'm
But if you saying you keep meeting these people that have this deficit at certain time, you have to analyze yourself and understand why are you magnetized to that person.
Myself within a deficit of all these people. All these people have different deficits.
Right.
So I'm supposed to analyze myself through within all these people deficits when they're not trying to analyze themselves at all.
It doesn't matter what they're trying to analyze because the only thing that you take with you from each relationship is yourself.
Yeah. You analyzing what is it that you are doing right or wrong in the relationship. You know what I'm saying? What is it about those different people that keep leading you back to...
And I get that. So then when I move forward through another motherfucker and they have another level
different
of
reasons.
bullshit that I want to take,
okay.
I'm not willing to keep analyzing all this bullshit. Sometimes I do want to take a break.
It's a continuous challenge of learning yourself. You don't never stop learning.
And then
you never stop living. You never stop gaining more experience.
A lot of stuff is like you see social media relationships. A lot of stuff is work behind the scenes. So it's not like people just meet each other and it's just like, oh, so well, everything is just nice off the bat. No, it's not that at all.
Let me get in these last two questions from the podcast real quick. First question, since we in it, is can a baby daddy and a baby mama with a great relationship ever be trusted not to have relationships?
I believe so.
And intercourse from the spouse.
I believe so because I've had, and it's crazy because I've talked to a guy before and he just was like, you and your baby daddy too cool. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm open and honest about it. So it was nothing that I was doing per se to make it seem like I'm being sneaky. It was just like, we're cool and it's like no drama. And I really feel like we're in a generation or a stage where, well, I can only speak for the generation that I'm in. And I feel like I'm in a generation where you either fucking or fighting. You either hate your baby, your child's other parent, or you got to be fucking them. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that shouldn't be that. And I feel like the people that hate each other, that act like they hate each other the most, are the ones that's fucking. Yeah. Not the ones that's getting along. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like that.
I'm going to say no.
You don't think y'all can be cool and cordial?
We're very cool and cordial, but if I call him and I want some, it's gonna come. That's just what it is. So no, I don't believe that. I believe that if y'all like that, it can get like that. That's just what it is for me.
I mean, I feel like that's a given.
I'm not
always gonna be a person.
I prefer y'all fight. I prefer you and your baby mama fight, and I'll be the mediator. I want to be the wifey fixing all this shit.
See,
because
you
I
gotta
don't
watch them, man. Because I had that situation.
You can't be the one that you prefer that them fight.
That's a dangerous thing. No, that's a dangerous thing when you let an outside person be the mediator between you and your child. I want to speak up for any man or woman. No, I know it sounds good and it's tempting, fellas. Been down that road. It never ends well. It is not because even in your motivation. Not just no
random bitch. We're not talking about random people.
But no, even your wife. Even your wife that you married and said you're going to be with for the rest of your life.
I mean, not be the complete mediator, but it got to be,
honestly. I don't want that responsibility
middle communication.
To be the mediator all the time. I don't.
I'm speaking from my experience, fellas. I don't give a fuck. I'm 10 toes down on it. Don't make that mistake.
I don't
because
like
even in that, their motivations aren't the children. The motivation aren't so that the children facilitate.
It's the control.
The woman,
the wife
even
or the
she
baby
can
mama.
sell you. Yeah, she can sell you the dream that it might be because she wants y'all not to get along, but the motivation will always be to maintain control over the situation, so that you are not engaging with that other woman, and nobody should be in control of your children and how you deal with them.
I'm not there. I'm not to the point where I'm the mediation because y'all can't communicate. I'm the mediation just in case y'all can't communicate.
You shouldn't be
But
mediating
you said that
nothing.
you prefer that they.
You should never be the mediating. I should be talking
fight.
to the women that I created life with. No man should be in between the decisions that I make about those children or women.
Yeah,
I feel you, but when you allow anybody into that as a filter between that, you damage it.
In each situation, but sometimes you might have people that can understand the situation. Maybe your baby mama not crazy all the time. Maybe sometimes y'all get into it.
I'd rather have a judge. No, my wife could never. I did it before. I don't care what nobody say. It'll never be good for you, bro.
If the women you fuck with,
nope, none of them. It'll never be none of them.
So you won't have a wife. So we're not even talking about.
But even if I did, if I had multiple children, I would never let any woman talk to any of the other women that I have. I was speaking from a wife
perspective, and you won't have one. So
I had one for 7 years.
Well, but I'm thinking about
But and I'm talking about. But I'm saying,
I just feel like in this thing, I feel like should nobody.
She was the mediator.
So that's why you
that.
So that's why you get a chance to say that because she's been.
That's what I said. I said from the beginning.
Like
I said from the beginning. I have been through this, fellas. I said I've had this experience firsthand. I said, this seems very enticing. It feels like the easy way out, and you will make the mistake of trusting the woman and thinking that even if she enters it with the best intention, it will end in catastrophe for you. It will damage you. It will damage your children. It is not the best thing. And a man, and from the flip side, it's not even dishonest. It's your natural nature. That is not your place. Mm-hmm. And it's not where you should be. So if you have to be there, it is already unhealthy.
It's
and if
not
you don't
my
fix
place,
it,
and I wouldn't put myself in that place. But if it needed to be a place, but besides
cool
suggesting
for whatever
therapy
but
and whatever that is,
man,
I don't think it should be mandatory. I feel like if it happens, you know what I'm saying. If y'all have a
try it, nigga, and then go back to this episode and then zoom in on my face, and then nigga, I said don't fucking do it. I don't give a fuck how much you
put
say
that
you love your
bitch
kid.
in place to be the mediator.
Even if she
it happens, it happens. If she break up a fight, that's when it happens.
No, brother, be strong enough to fix the relationship and figure out how to go around it and do it yourself, bro. You not.
These niggas not strong.
If you not, well then get strong and do it is, or you're gonna end up in fucked up, bro. Hey, don't do it. Last word. Don't do it. Love y'all, nigga.